Hey guys, it's Kevin. So the dust has settled on the highly anticipated Galaxy S24 Ultra, and the question on everyone's mind is, does it push the boundaries of smartphone innovation or refine an existing formula? Or to put it more simply, is it worth the new $1,300 starting price tag? Today, we'll take a look at the features of the phone and leave you to decide whether it deserves a place in your pocket. To start with, let's take a look at the build quality. At first glance, the S24 Ultra doesn't look that much different from the S23 Ultra, and even the S22 Ultra. It's the same boxy squared-off design, but closer inspection reveals that the S24 Ultra is slightly thinner, lighter, and shorter. The area where you'll really notice a difference though is the material that the phone is made with. Instead of opting for aluminum like the previous generations, Samsung decided to make the chassis of the phone out of titanium. The display is also a new Corning Gorilla Armor, and combined with the titanium frame, Samsung claims that the S24 Ultra is the most durable Galaxy smartphone they've made to date. In the 2 weeks I've been daily driving this phone, it does seem like Samsung put some effort into the build quality. The S24 Ultra weighs about 230 grams, and it has that nice premium feel in the hand. Plus, with the matte back and sides, the phone won't attract too many fingerprints. I just wish that this titanium black color was a little darker. It looks more of a gray compared to Phantom Black. If you're interested in the Galaxy S24 Ultra, I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. The curved edges of the S23 Ultra and the Galaxy phones before it are now gone, and Samsung replaced it with a sleek, flat display. Finally, it's still the same great display, but you know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The S24 Ultra has that gorgeous 6.8-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X display, and it's an LTPO panel, so the refresh rate can go as high as 120Hz for smooth animations or as low as 1Hz to save battery. Samsung also managed to shrink the bezels and have them even all the way around. There's also that super fast ultrasonic fingerprint reader. The S24 Ultra has a peak brightness of a Retina searing 2600 nits, and the Gorilla Armor glass is fitted with an anti-reflective tech. Here it is compared to the S23 Ultra. So whether you're browsing under harsh sunlight or enjoying HDR content, visuals are crisp, vibrant, and incredibly fluid. This new flat display also benefits the S Pen, since the screen no longer curves. So if you're just writing notes or doodling, the S Pen works great. I rarely use it, so I'm slotting it right back in. After setting up the phone, do yourself a favor and go to Settings, Display, Screen Resolution, and set it to Quad HD+. You spent $1,300 on a phone, treat yourself. And while we're here, you can adjust the screen zoom if things are a little too big and switch the navigation bar from buttons to swipe gestures. But enough about the outside, how does the Galaxy S24 Ultra compare performance-wise? Well, under the hood, you'll find the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy, which is designed with AI in mind. Pair that with a 12 gigs of RAM, the S24 Ultra delivers a powerhouse experience that makes it one of the best gaming phones for mobile gaming right now. But if you're not a gamer, all of this performance makes the S24 Ultra great for multitasking. You'll be able to use split screen, a pop-up window, and picture-in-picture without having to worry about the phone lagging. You can also pin apps to memory, so your most used apps will always run in the background, and you can pick up right where you left off. But the biggest headlining feature is Galaxy AI, and it's quite impressive. One feature, Circle to Search, does exactly what it sounds like. You only have to long press the home button or navigation bar, circle something on your phone, and Google will search for information. It's quick, easy, and you don't need to leave the page you were on. The feature isn't exactly perfect right now because there have been cases of Google only bringing out more pictures instead of actual information, but I'm guessing this can be improved over time. Circle to Search is also coming to the Pixel 8 series. Another interesting AI feature is Live Translate, and allows you to translate phone calls in real time. Not sure how accurate it is, but it should come in handy while traveling. There's also a chat assistant feature to help you change the tone of a message or translate it. Unfortunately, all of these Galaxy AI features are free until the end of 2025, but they will be available on the Galaxy S23 series, Tab S9, Z Fold 5, and Z Flip 5. Moving on to something else that we all look out for, the cameras. On paper, there isn't much of a difference between the cameras on the S24 Ultra and those on the S23 Ultra. It retains the quad camera setup of its predecessor, one main camera, an ultra-wide, and 2 telephotos. You also find a hole punch selfie camera. They're basically identical, but there are a few refinements worth mentioning. For one, some software upgrades were made thanks to AI, so you have better Super HDR support and improved low light photography. In addition, the telephoto lens has a bump in resolution, going from a 10 megapixel 10x zoom to a 50 megapixel 5x. It might seem like a downgrade, going from 10 to 5x, but this new 50 megapixel 5x telephoto kind of makes up for the drop in zoom range. Plus, you can still get 10x optical quality zoom if you're willing to sacrifice some pixels. And let's not forget about the 100x space zoom for those moon shots. but whichever camera you use, you can be sure you'll end up with great results across various lighting conditions, especially if you don't mind Samsung's post-processing. And of course, we'll find some AI features in the Gallery app. You can move a subject around, resize, erase, and even have it fill in the empty areas when rotating an image. The 5000 mAh battery in the Galaxy S24 Ultra offers all-day endurance for most users, even with heavy usage. I set the phone at max and extra brightness, adaptive refresh rate, and Quad HD+. I was watching videos, scrolling through social media, and playing Honkai Star Rail on the highest settings, and I managed to get about 3.5 hours of screen on time with 62% battery remaining. I could probably get about 2 full days if I left the default settings. The charging speeds haven't changed as it's the same 45 watts wired, 15 watts wireless, and 4.5 watts reverse wireless charging. Between the long battery life and fast charging options, you'll never be caught off guard with a low battery. All of that said, the Galaxy S23 Ultra was already a great phone, but this year, Samsung made the S24 Ultra even better, and it deserves a spot for Phone of the Year. But what do you think about the Galaxy S24 Ultra? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you'll be notified when I post new videos. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!